I'm gonna be honest. That's my first time even hearing about either of them dudes, right?
Okay.
Like I had to realize who was talking. That's Buddy that did the. I'm from New Orleans, so I think that's Buddy that was doing the hip hop homicide shit, right?
Yeah, yeah,
All
yeah.
right, and the other
He
dude
from
is the dude that
TMZ.
be on the NFL Network shit.
Yeah, yeah.
Yeah,
Sports
yeah,
dude,
you got
yeah.
it.
Big man living it, black vigilant, a vigilante. You got to be a vigilante, black vigilante. It's that superhero sound for vigilance in a town. They call me a vigilante. When I come around, it's like Superman stepped inside the boot and transformed from Clark Kent. And I ain't just talking, I walk it. I set the bus so high, so my stairs ain't too low. It's a bomb in the building. Me go about the blow, I could have been a fireman, and I put that on Rollo. My mama understand every part, she know I got to. Speaking for the ears, they listening when I speak, I think vigilant. Gotta keep my eye on the street, but I'm reaching for the wild and all this danger I see. Attentive to it all, like God watching over me. Like got me with insomnia, that's why I can't sleep. Suspicious things going on.
All right, man. We are here with the panel once again for another week, another episode of the Black Vigilant podcast. Hell, you know who I am. I'm Tucson Millie, man. I'm here to bring you in. We got Big Boy in the house.
You already know, another half of the Black Vigilant.
Yo, Mr. Oso on the 3P.
You already know, baby. You already know. Let's get it.
Tricky. I know.
night.
Tricky.
Yo,
Yeah,
C-double-O Hollywood in the right corner was good.
Got Hollywood,
Goody.
and then we
And
got
to-
my
Y'all
and
ready to
tonight,
jump
man,
into it?
tonight we got a special panel guest in the house. My man Mako coming through. What's up, man?
Miko.
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 Excuse me.
That's how
You
you
got-
do that.
Put some respect on the name. So excuse me, Miko. We got you, man. Man, guys, yeah, how y'all feeling, man? How was the week?
Oh,
Nigga, my week still
Good.
going. I'm alive, right? That's what matters. I'm alive, right?
Yeah.
You survived.
Say you
already know.
undead.
So we black men. Nobody give a damn if we gotta complain about some shit. Nigga, who you talking about? Nigga? Get your ass up and go to work. Yeah, nobody cares.
motherfucker that get paid to listen to complaints don't want to do that.
Exactly. Like what we talking about? Yeah, we good. We live. Nigga, breathing. Nigga.
That's it. So look. We got a couple of things to discuss this week. Some unfinished business from last week, as we're gonna go over to Hollywood, because we didn't get into the East Palestine, Ohio train accident that occurred, which, man, has devastated that community, and it is something to talk about, man. So look, let's get into it. Bring us in, man.
Yeah, bring you in. It's kind of crazy because they're just like covering the story up. You don't see it on any social media platforms. You don't see it in the news. Only thing you see is if you have to search for articles and reports on this. What's crazy is the governor of that state has left the state 4 times already. So I don't know. For me, it seems like it's a bit of a conspiracy. Something's going on here because there's no way you have that much toxic waste spill in a town that is affecting them area. Even in Kentucky, they saw acid rain and birds falling to the ground. So that gets in the clouds. It's widespread. It's just crazy to see that you have your political officials hiding something. I think it's something that's there. I got to look into the story a little bit more deeper because it is hard to find, but it's just crazy what's going on there.
And for those,
because I know
for the people who are tuning in that are not familiar with this story, pretty much, when was it, last month, sometime in February of this year, there was a serious train accident and derailment that occurred in East Palestine, Ohio. The thing that's the most concerning is the fact that this train was carrying toxic chemicals, and this train caught on fire, and those chemicals ignited and got into the air. I'm not too sure of the actual names of them of the chemicals, but I know that one of the chemicals is like an ingredient when they make lubricant.
Who you trying to fuck?
Yeah. It's I forgot the name of it, but I actually looked into what it was and the effects of it when it burns. And the people in that community are in, man, pretty much is like Hiroshima for them.
I get it. They trying to fuck America. I get what they doing. I see it there. All right, I
Hey,
got it.
hey, pretty much.
Yeah, I got it.
That's right.
And the people concerned, man.
Yeah.
You being real vigilant.
Yeah, you already know,
But
baby.
things like that have happened before, man. There's like when they
The
say
first time.
ghost towns, when they say like ghost towns, and people had to like literally abandon the town, and the government had to pretty much cut off the town, so nobody could go there because they had what was a nuclear accident. I think it's somewhere like out in Arizona or something like that.
Yeah, but like
in California.
Cor was saying, the government is like they're kind of hiding it, but what the government is always hiding.
In that private company.
And I also heard that like train companies were doing shady businesses, knowing that this was coming through. Like, actually, no, that's a different article. I apologize, guys. This was another. Nope, nope, definitely Spotify. My bad, guys. No,
It's old age, man.
I'm reading the article as well. Like, just trying to get more to bring more to it and bring more light to it because I think it's something that's it's affecting a lot of people out there and families. So just wanted to bring light to something like that, just so everybody's aware.
That's right. Be vigilant.
All day, every day.
Man, we need to be, man. And
I'm black.
That's it. We gotta watch out because that's stuff like that affects those people. It will affect us all. So something
like impoverished like communities and stuff like they get really affected by this. So you can't drink the water. You go back to Detroit, where what's the place? And
Flint.
Yeah.
Flint. And it's still going on. It's still going on.
It's still going on. Contaminated water is like what's really going on? What's the story there?
Still going on. Facts. Still going on for the people there, man. And which talk about something of importance is going to lead us into this next conversation. I mean, we're heading into a month since this conversation happened between these two brothers, but a lot of people are just now catching on and paying attention to the effects of that conversation. And that conversation in question is the Van Lathan versus Emmanuel Acho. It was some a serious topic and lingered on the line of very personal. And so did you guys had a chance to like kind of get into it?
Yeah, I watched the
video.
Okay. I think what I should do is pull it up, and so people can, and I'm gonna start it at a point kind of at the beginning so people can get a sense of what occurred. So let's look into that right now. Here we go.
Yeah. So look, Uncomfortable Conversations with Black Men. Okay. Your show, the show that kind of catapulted you to the next level. I've watched it. I gotta be real with you. Everyone that's listening to this, it's just reality. I've been very, very critical of different Emmanuel Acho situations over the years.
You have. You have.
I've for sure. And I went back to watch the show and try to research more and get a deeper understanding of what the aim of the show was before you came on the podcast. And I have to admit, like,
Emmanuel Acho.
I just cannot fuck with it in any way. It almost feels, bruh, like I watch it and the show angers me. Have you ever had anybody else that's had that reaction to it?
Of course. I mean, if you want to avoid criticism, say nothing, do nothing, be nothing.
Mm-hmm.
So if I wanted to avoid criticism, I would have to live my life inside my house and keep my mouth shut. So no doubt about it, man. I've had that here at all the time. More often than not, I hear positive feedback. I recall Akbar Abajabi Emil is someone I greatly respect. I'm sure you all have crossed paths with him at some point in time. Like, hey, thank you for saying what I did not have the words to say. But truth be honest, truth be told, bro, like the show wasn't for you. And I think I've had to realize, like, yo, the show wasn't for everybody. The show, you're educated, and you are more than educated on what it takes to be a black man, because you are in fact a black man. You have lived in America as a black man. You know exactly what that looks like, feels like, sounds like, particularly based on generations. Show wasn't for you. The show was for people who have no idea what it might be like to walk in a black man and or woman's shoes. Show wasn't for Rachel. Rachel's my dog. Rachel's my sis. I've known Rachel since I was in high school, truth be told, because I used to run track meets in my old high school. Show wasn't for her. And that's no slight. It's just to say that I created this show with the intention of enlightening people's eyes who had their eyes closed.
Rach?
We talked about it on this podcast before, and I remember this was like, man, when we first started, and I remember I even told you, Emmanuel, I was like, listen, I said this black people don't get it. They don't understand it necessarily. It's not necessarily for us. And I told you that we talked about that on this very podcast. From what I have heard when it comes to criticism about uncomfortable conversations is that Black people feel like you are too accommodating to white people in your conversation.
Okay.
They fussing?
Yes, it gets spicy. It gets spicier actually. It starts getting spicier after that.
Like he's checking him like.
Yeah, because at one point,
his publicist was gonna pull it.
His publicist is gonna pull him, and then before she do that, he go, "Yo, I don't really want to answer this conversation no more. I feel like you attacking me, so I'm like, it's not worth my time for me to respond to you no more." That's how he get.
Definitely attacking him, like.
But
no matter how you feel.
Hold on.
He's speaking on some real shit.
We watched, this clip, and we got through the meat and butter of it, right? So I'm gonna go to our guest, Miko, and I want to ask you, what are your thoughts on some of the things that you heard and how that conversation was going? Do you agree or disagree with Van Lathan's stance?
I'm gonna be honest. That's my first time even hearing about either of them dudes, right?
Okay.
Like I had to realize who was talking. That's Buddy that did I'm from New Orleans, so I think that's Buddy that was doing the hip hop homicide shit, right?
Yeah.
And the other dude
from
is the dude
TMZ.
that doing the NFL Network shit.
Yeah.
Sports you got it.
All right, so these brothers fussing about how he feel about this and how he feel about that.
Yeah, the football dude got a TV show basically catering to white people about us.
Yeah, I never heard of
called.
Yeah,
that's what got him famous and got him put on Fox.
You gotta look at him. You gotta look at him, where he say he from, how he come up.
Exactly. That's Van son from Hip Hop Homicide. That's his issue because he's like, you're technically not us, so how are you speaking on our issues to white people?
Feel me?
Yeah,
feel me?
Yeah.
So I feel dude checking him.
Yeah.
But he bought the bag though. He let y'all know out
there you go. There you go.
He a brand. He the ones that we need to. He the ones that we need to go holler at. We need to holler at him.
Yeah. Yep.
He the one we need to holler at.
Yep.
Old buddy. We can holler at old buddy, but old buddy, he got narcissistic ways to me. Hip hop homicide. Shit got to go his way. In no way.
I'm gonna wait till you finish, because you know how I look at them. To me, and of course, I'm not comparing them, but their ideology, it reflects Malcolm and Martin. If you're paying attention, if you're really paying attention, but his ideology to me is a way softer than Martin was.
Yeah,
even Martin at one point was like, "All right, now." To that point,
even Martin realized.
They wild. Oh shit.
Even
white butter toast. How he said it? I like that emotional butler shit. Yo, he was killing shit. Yo, he shooting flame fire bars at the nigga.
Boy ain't cut no corner head, waste no time. He got straight to the.
This the same dude that called Kanye out when Kanye said slavery was your choice. So I know what you're saying, but I see where he coming. He ride for us. Even if he's not, he ride for black people. He love his black people. So he gonna go hard when somebody treating him differently.
I think also then Lathan's view was like, if you're gonna be an ally and address the issues when the issues come up. If you got Roger Goodell, the head of football, you want him to be able to go, okay, let me put you on the spotlight. Ask about Colin Kaepernick. Why is this? How do you feel about Black Lives Matter? Different things like that. He wants the tough questions to be asked, and you're just asking them soft, fluffy questions to make them look good in the public eye. Versus
make us look bad too in the same breath.
Yeah. But to be honest, that's what we do for the man.
But you mean that's what they do? I don't do that shit.
He being petty. I'm just being petty because
I know. I'm fucking with you. I know.
Got through whatever they was gonna get through, and when they take their camera break, you had them conversations with him like that. That you check him how you gonna check it, talk to him crazy. I'm
gonna tell you why he did it that way, because before Buddy got on his show, he was always talking about him like that on camera. Period. That's why we didn't get to that point. But he said, yeah. So he said, yo, I'm not gonna be phony.
You know what it is, then?
Yeah. He said, I'm not gonna be phony. I talk like this when you're not here, so I'm gonna talk. I'm not pussy. I'm gonna talk like this when you here. He said, yo, I know you're a good dude. I know your intentions are good, but what you doing ain't helping us.
Right.
And he just started coming at him.
Right. He did.
I ain't gonna lie. I agree with everything Van Lathan said, even the method. I agree with it.
I agree.
I mean, it's very self-serving, man.
Yeah.
Even his attitude coming up there, like he didn't come up there to talk to friends. He came up there to push his brand.
When I first heard
book.
Like, okay. And they caught my ear. I'm like, wait, is he checking him?
Yeah.
He did the same thing. I don't know if y'all seen it. He checked Michael Rappaport too a year ago. On his podcast. He checked Michael Rappaport too. So I'm gonna send it to you. We can talk about that too. He checked Michael Rappaport too. That thing was crazy. That one was worse. The Michael Rappaport one was worse. Say it again, Miko.
You gotta think about how Buddy he cleared his throat when he came back there. He got a mouthful, so he got.
Yeah, he couldn't swallow. He's like, yo, I'm on live. Like, how I'm gonna respond to this?
You see his body moving. He kept moving. He kept moving his hands. He picked up the cup. He didn't know what to do, man. He was going like this, like he had the chills.
He was getting a tongue lashing, nigga. It was better rap, nigga.
I think that's the reaction Van Lathan.
Something his daddy should have gave him.
For the people that's on his show, so you can see what they really feel. Like if they're like, okay, you see their body language, you like, oh, you don't really like that issue. You don't feel that. This is how
we gonna listen. I'd say this all the time. I love having an uncomfortable conversation. That's how progress get created, B.
Exactly.
We can't find solutions without having an uncomfortable conversation.
But he didn't have one. He ain't have one. He ain't having them.
It's like, yo, do you want me to pull this? You know,
because Miko, at the end of it, like he left, like he didn't even finish talking to them. He left, so it's like a one-sided conversation because you're not even trying to engage and help me understand your view. You just like, yo, this ain't my time. This is a waste of my time. I'm not here for this.
It's a waste of my time, yo.
I'm here to promote my book, and that's it. But you talking about shit I did years ago. I ain't talking about that.
That's the problem, nigga.
Yeah.
That's not that bitch ass shit. Don't run from
Exactly.
It's time to go
exactly. That's why I fuck with Marcel. Marcellus called him out completely. He said, I was ready for both of them to come left and right. But nigga, I showed him wasn't bothered. He said, and that's why he getting killed on Twitter right now.
Yeah.
If you truly believe in something, you're supposed to stand your ground and argue your point, not just go, nah, I'm passive. I'm gonna be passive. I don't want to deal with that.
Nah, because he's an actor, man. That's what it is when they get into that realm, man. He's an actor.
All of them are
actors, man. Dude's an actor.
Nah, straight up. But nah, that was very. It's just sad, bro. We don't have no real representation on any platform or on TV. Period.
So here's the thing, right?
He's trying, right? He's trying to be that representation.
He's trying.
So here we go, right? So that leads to this type of question, right? And I want to present it to everybody. And it kind of came up in that conversation, right?
Mm-hmm.
Should non-Black American people, meaning if you are a Black person from somewhere else, be in the forefront to fight for the issues that we as Black Americans have been fighting for the longest?
My opinion on that is no. If you want to help, as in you have a higher notoriety, you have access, you have wealth that you can support, do that behind the scenes. Yeah. You don't need to be in the forefront.
Yeah.
Find the right people that's always in the front line fighting. And if you truly, genuinely want to help us, support us behind the scenes. Don't even be in front of the camera.
Exactly. Right. Big man.
That's my takeaway. Y'all may have different. That's my takeaway.
I agree with that, but not. It's a small. I agree with it, but it's a small piece you miss. I feel like Van Lathan again was coming from a standpoint. You have the reach, you have the platform. If you are going to be an ally in it, use that platform to be a true ally and spread the message. Don't take the kid's gloves off.
But he can't spread a message that he himself don't understand.
And that's the point of my question.
I get that, but that's the whole point. If you don't understand it, then don't use this as a platform. If you understand it and you can learn from it, like at least help us.
Or he wasn't trying to learn. He wasn't even trying to learn.
Now the next question to that, right, is there a particular timetable that
can we just keep staying on that first question, because I'm gonna throw out Trevor Noah. He's an ally. Okay. The way he uses his platform, that's all I feel like Van Lathan was saying.
But you see the difference is Trevor Noah, he'll let you know, I'm not familiar with this, but this is what everybody's saying. What do you think about that? But him and Trevor Noah are two completely different people.
And it's different too, because Trevor Noah had to grow up in apartheid, which is what we had to do.
Yeah.
No,
the experience is different.
Well, so he empathized because he understands, right?
Yeah, the understanding of it.
So I think Miko said it best too. He was like, you know where that dude's from. He tells you where he's from.
Yep.
You see it. So it's hard for him to actually connect if that's all he knows. He said that in the interview. He said, this is who I am. I've always been nice, and I'm just going to continue to be nice, because that's how he was brought up, what he was brought up into. So I feel like that's why he connects in the way he connects.
Go ahead, guy. My fault.
I wanted to touch on that because when he kept talking about like, oh, I don't curse, I use my words. In a sense, that's him like putting people down in a sense, right? Because it's cursing is what? It's vulgarity, it's a vulgar action. So he could have just said, I'm not vulgar with my words.
Yep.
He said, curse.
Also, him saying, I have the luxury and privilege of not carrying that 400 years of that trauma.
Yeah.
That too, it comes off. That's why I like what Van said. You know how that was offensive? That comes off. Exactly. No. But what he mean by it, when he say that is, he didn't grow up like us. And it comes off as you're superior. That you way superior because you don't have that, and that's a downfall for us. That's how it comes off.
But what's funny about that is you have dudes out here on this space talking about, they wanted, Emmanuel to trauma bond.
Nah, we don't need that. We don't need him to trauma bond. We don't need that.
And I'm like, what? And that's what I'm saying. I'm like, trauma bond. Who wants to do that? Who wants to bond through trauma? Like, that's not fun.
Yo,
I don't think we need them, but I think him being an ally.
Biggs, you know I'm about to say some shit. You know I'm about to say some shit.
Yo,
that trauma bonded. That's what. Yo, niggas gonna get mad at me. But that's some single thought shit. I'm just being honest with you. That's what that shit is. That trauma bonded shit right there. That's some single thought shit right there. I'm just letting you know.
I'm a single black man. I'm a black man from New Orleans, dog.
Yeah, like he's like, yo, they want Emmanuel to trauma bond with them. This is what black people do, and this is black people saying this.
Yo, he cheated on me. He cheated on me too. Let's bond together. Talk about how we hate this nigga.
But you know, he also
be fucking him on the side. That's that trauma bonding. What you talking about?
Maybe I don't know if you guys caught it, but he said something in the interview about going to black churches, like and reference the co-star was like, yo. You remember? You see me in the church. You saw me.
I was there when they jumped, son. Yo, Cole, you remember back in the day? Yo, I ain't see you put a punch in. Nah, he see me. I hit that nigga. He see me. Y'all ain't gonna jump me. Yeah. That's what that was. That was yo. That you know. I'm gonna tell you honestly how I looked at that. I got my hood card. She can vouch for me because y'all know she hood already.
That's
Yo, he dangled her out. He dangles her like keys, dog.
Yes, that's why she was quiet most of the interview. Even she, being his friend that he grew up with, she even knew, yo,
Rachel, stop being his friend. Don't talk to him no more.
Exactly.
He's a jerk.
She also, she said, because she helped him with the show in the beginning, but when she realized what he was doing, she took her name off there. Now, I'm not going to be a part of this. If this is what you're going to do with your bread, because he did everything out of his own pocket. That's another reason why they liked him. That's what got him famous. And him doing that, catering to the white people, is what got him his position at Fox.
Yo, who asked him to do that?
Nobody.
Who told him? Who told him that?
He did it on his own.
But isn't it probably off of our trauma by utilizing that method? It's like
he did what the white men do all the time. That's it. Made his money off our back.
That's why we still getting slave movies. I got you.
Yeah, nigga, Will Smith. Look at this shit. Emancipation. Nigga, I'm glad I didn't watch that bullshit. How you want to do a movie about emancipation? You can't even emancipate yourself from your wife. I'm just saying. What we doing here? Come on, man.
Reviews expressed on Vigilant does not reflect each individual.
These are my opinions. My opinion only. My fault. I'm just saying. See, you can't even speak freely. See what they do to a black man in America? You can't even speak freely no more. Just saying, man. This is a bull.
Hey, man, not here to defend himself. We're not going to talk about him.
Nah, you right. I look at that man differently.
Of bears to ask, well, does that include Caribbean people? Black Caribbean people?
It's different.
Does that include, who does that include?
Well, I'm gonna say this on my life experience. When it come, and I'm gonna put a label on it. When it come to African versus Caribbean actually show us love. Also, most Caribbean that we interact with, they spend half their life here and there, and they know what issues to talk on, and they know which ones not to speak on. They show us that respect. The Africans, on the other hand, they don't even acknowledge us as being part of them.
You gotta understand.
They strictly go, we American. Say that again?
They sold niggas out.
Oh, I know that. I know that easy. It be your own people.
But
I won't say everyone.
No, not everyone. I'm never speaking 100% on everyone. I'm not speaking on everyone.
Yeah,
I'm not speaking on everyone. But I've interacted with a whole bunch of Nigerians, people all over. And it's 50-50. Some show love. Some do the fake love, like, oh yeah, we brothers, but they still carry themselves like, yo, I'm better than you. I can research my past. I can see my people.
But I feel like that's every race.
In what way?
Every race does that right there. They show the fake love. Some gonna show the real love. It all depends on the person. It all depends on who you are inside, really.
No, you're 100% correct on that. But when I'm talking on the topic on hand, when it comes to us and our struggles, they act like when they over here, that is over here, they
right.
act like they're down with us when they're not.
But they're not. Yeah.
That's what I'm speaking on.
I could go for that because I've met some that's some fucked up individuals.
Yeah, and they be quick to hustle you too.
Facts.
They'll go to the white man quicker than a house nigga and talk. Oh, look at it. I'm not like that. I'm not like that, brother. That nigga. No, I'm not like that nigga. He a motherfucker. He a motherfucker. I'm not like that nigga.
That's true.
I work hard. I strive. They're lazy. The Black American lazy.
But
you did that Caribbean. You sound like one of them for real. Hold on.
Oh yeah, I could do that. I do voices. I do all that, baby. You don't know I'm a Renaissance man. But not Caribbeans do that too. That's why I said that's why I specifically said Biggs, my experience.
Yeah,
that's why I specifically said that. My experience, I got way more love for Caribbean people. Man, I learned how to play dominoes from Haitians.
My family is from the Caribbean.
Mine is too.
So
my great grandmother.
Yeah, my mom's and my pops. All my family.
See, look.
So going back to Kyrie's question.
Yeah.
Big, you just said your family's Caribbean. Dave, you said your family is Caribbean.
Yeah.
Yo, five generations here, cousins, whatever. Yeah.
My family all over that. We everything.
How can you said originally you said no, they can't speak on it. Did you say are you saying Caribbean?
I didn't say Caribbeans.
I'm asking.
Oh, okay, no. I didn't say Caribbeans can't speak on it. I said the Africans can't speak on it.
African.
Okay.
That's what I said.
All Africans though, because you know there's some that went through apartheid who had a similar experience, so that's why I'm asking.
The ones that he specifically said that come over here and move and live here for 3 years. That's what he specifically said. I'm answering him specifically to his question.
3 years or 3 generations?
No, I'm talking about not years, but in generation wise, the first generation, second generation. You know what I'm saying? When that's my question. When like, at what length of time is there a length of time at all to say, hey, look, we've been here, we know what's up.
I think that's
but do that. In a sense. You're right. Sorry to cut you off, Corey. That's what I'm about to ask him. When have you came across that, Kai? In your lifetime?
When have I come across that?
Yeah. Like, yo, I've been here, even though I can trace my ancestors back. I'm from the motherland. I've been here. I know your struggle. I'm down with you. When have you ever come across that?
An individual?
Yeah.
Rarely.
Okay.
Not saying it is not true or it hasn't happened.
I didn't say it's not. Nothing is absolute.
Yes.
Nothing is absolute. The only thing absolute is life. The only thing absolute in life is death. That's the only absolute we got.
But I will say, a lot of the ones who are like that are our age.
Yeah.
And maybe first generation.
See?
But that's why I said it's difficult because it's also that question, you can have 3 generations here and say if we grew up the same and we have the same experiences, regardless if you're Caribbean and you're descendant because you're born here, you're 3rd generation, you still have the same experience I have. Now, you might not have the deep-rooted experience that my family history experienced, but it does start with you when you start experiencing those barriers as well. So that's why I said it's hard to say that they can't.
It's also the X factor that what you just said. Their parents in the household is teaching them something different than what they're seeing outside too. Their parents in the household is also teaching them how to react and observe.
We all know your environment does play a part in affecting how you interact.
What he just said in that interview, both of my parents are born from Nigeria, and they had me in all white schools, right? He didn't meet black people until he got to college.
Yeah, but what I'm saying is like someone who grew up with you, like someone who's like, we've had friends in the hood with us that grew up and they had Caribbean like heritage and lineage.
You're focusing on the Caribbean. I'm not speaking on Caribbean. I told you the Caribbeans can relate to us more because they live with us and go through us.
Okay.
And that's why I asked him specifically, when have you met either a Nigerian or whatever that went through that with us? That went through that with us and hold us down.
You're right. Okay. I got
See what I'm saying? We have never came across that. You'll come across that more from a Caribbean Anybody from the
no, but you can't say never. So
I said
like
we have never. I said we have never. I'm specific with my
you.
words.
Yeah, you.
And I just asked you, have you? You said no.
I said yes. I said, but rarely.
So you're saying even if like they still as many generations as it goes, whether it's third, fifth generation, you're saying there's still no relation, you can't relate.
I can't speak on what hasn't happened yet. I'm speaking on what's up to this point. We can't speak on hypotheticals. I'm only speaking on what happened up to right now. Right. We don't know. It could change in the future. It could change. But what I've experienced,
you're right. You haven't seen that. But I feel there are generations here that experience it and they empathize and because they know like, okay, yeah, they may have what they have at home, right? And it's not them looking down, it's them going, damn, shit, I'm one of you, because you are here. You're born in America now, right? So you're not technically, you have lineage there, but you're going to be categorized as African American.
Like I just asked him, when have you seen it?
And I said,
I can say,
and I agree with that. I'm saying but I'm saying it's not fair.
Because Kyle, you answered, but the panel didn't answer.
But I answered. The panel didn't answer. I got you.
You get what I'm saying?
Got you.
The panel didn't answer. Has Big seen it? Has Miko seen it? Has Cole seen it?
No.
Of course, there are exceptions to the rules. Like I said, nothing is absolute but death. But where have you really honestly seen that in your time of
I'm saying I haven't seen it, but I'm saying I believe it's out there. Like if it's 3 generations deep,
I believe I can fly. We talk. I can't speak. Like I said, I can't speak on something I ain't see yet. I can't speak on.
That's fair. Your experience
with good intentions. We hope every generation is like you. Will hope every race is like that. I sympathize with them.
No, I'm not. It's not about a hope. It's just like I'm just saying there are generations that are born here.
No, I'm not disputing that. See, I'm going because you said I feel. You keep saying I feel. I'm not asking for feeling. I'm asking for tangible evidence of it. Kai said he got
tangible evidence. Touch. CCC. No, I have not.
Oh, that's what I'm saying, though. That's what I said. I believe I can fly. I can feel like I'm the dead in the world.
But
you know what I mean? Bust down a good box, nigga. You feel like nobody can mess with you. You feel me? I feel like that. I feel like Purple Hawk after I get a good. You know what I mean?
But look,
I'm just saying. We talking about feelings, or that's what I'm asking because we. Feelings change.
So let's put this out there. Let's put this out there. If we have someone who's watching and they want to come on who's of that ilk, come on in and talk with us, man, and put your stamp on it.
And let me be clear. I'm not saying it's not possible. I'm saying I've never came across that. That's all I'm saying. I've never come across that. I've come across plenty of Caribbeans that show
there. Yeah, no, and you're right. Caribbeans show love, man. They show love. To the barbecue all the time.
So that's a bigger, my youth. One. Soon I come across them. My Haitian. Do my niggas, boy, what?
Crazy.
You can't tell niggas.
The Nigerians, they get their nose stuck in like.
But when I used to walk, I ain't gonna lie, when I used to walk to the Bronx, and I go around the Africans up there, look at this big shot nigga. Look at this hood nigga right there, you big motherfucker.
You know what's interesting though? The interaction, and I think it's like everybody, like when they get to America, it's like everybody get brand new, yo. Because when you go to their homes, it ain't like that. The behavior is not like that.
You know why? Because everybody there is I know you. Don't act different here. Don't act different here. No. Nah, don't act different here. I know you.
Kai's right about that though. Like people get to America and they change up.
Yeah, man. They get here and like, what?
Dumbugu.
What?
You know what happens when they get here? Yeah, they gonna kill me. I don't care. I don't know them. When they get here, they be like, you know who that is? God, that serpent God. We don't fight against him.
Man, you still ragging on this movie, man. You still ragging on this movie. He is still
that movie. This show. No, I'm sorry. Yo, I love Black Panther 1. That second one was bullshit. I'm sorry. I changed the rating on it. I gave it 3 stars. That shit is a 2 now.
I just watched it. Like, I'm gonna go back and watch
Ryan
it.
Coogler did a good job on that one, though.
Ryan Coogler, stop it. They made Ryan Coogler rewrite that movie last minute. I'm not blaming him, but that movie might as well be called Mexican Panther, nigga. What we talking about? The Mexicans whooped our ass throughout that whole movie. That's all they did was whoop our ass. The strongest male figure, he gets hit by 1 punch and now he's soft. He don't want to fight no more.
Hold on,
Looking like Martin when Martin got beat up by Tommy Hearns.
Fellas.
Yeah, we going on a tangent. My fault.
Bring it back.
Hold up. Can we go into the clip with Deion Sanders, please?
Yes. We gotta do that before I bust big ass. We gotta do that real fast.
Deion Sanders.
You see how I said that in there, right, man?
I'm not gonna lie though. I kind of want them to release the diamond turfs again. Those shits are fire, man.
Right, yeah. Yo, after the verses later, Big gonna be looking like that picture sitting back in the chair, like, shit, I fucking lost this nigga here, damn.
I hear you, man. I hope you coming with it, kid.
Yeah, niggas, I hate this fat nigga over here. This nigga talk too much shit. Oh, man.
I'm too, man.
Here, too. Right. My defensive lineman is totally opposite.
What do you mean?
Single mama. Trying to get it. He's on free lunch.
I got a problem.
You know,
I got a problem with Deion.
Wait, time out. I don't even want to see it.
Nah, go ahead, Big. Nah, let Big go. Go ahead, Big.
I got a problem with Deion Sanders, man, because it's like we black people, right? And you want to tear another down. Like you talking about your quarterback, you want to have 2-parent home. Hold on, man. You can't really, that's you judging. Because that doesn't mean a single parent mother can't raise a great black man, or a single father can't raise a great black man.
Statistics show that they do.
No, I don't care, but it can happen though.
Oh no, it can happen.
LeBron James, right? LeBron James
he's an anomaly, but yeah.
His father
that's the GOAT.
Is his father in the picture?
No.
So it's like I don't understand Deion Sanders when he say, "Oh, I need the offensive linemen. Oh yeah, I need them to be hungry. They want free lunch
Big,
and this."
Big,
like
I got a question for you, Big.
That's like about your black people.
Hold on, Big. First of all, I don't know why you're surprised when you got a video like "Must be the money" from Deion. Where you think he learned it from, Big?
Yeah, facts. He's a
Where you think he learned? He learned it from his environment, which was around all the white people and white coaches.
But the thing that bothers me is like, how can we sit down and say, "Oh, we got to get together"? When one of the white men go kill us, when the cops kill us, it's oh, Black Lives Matter. Oh, the black people, we got to stand together. But we're not really standing together. Look at you shooting down. You can't do that.
I agree with you. I agree with everything you're saying, brother. Listen, I saw this clip when the dude was arguing with my son, because my son was only focusing on black cops, cops killing black. Now, but listen, just listen for a second. So the guy said to him, there's 12 dudes in the room, and the dude argued with my son. He said, "Yo, it's not just about the cops killing us and the racism. We need to fix ourselves." My son was adamant. So he said, "Let me ask all 12 of y'all a question." He said, "How many of y'all physically, not on social media, not on TV, how many of y'all physically seen a white cop kill a black man in your hood you grew up?" So he went across the room. The census was 2. And then he asked the same room. Now, let me ask y'all a question. How many of y'all saw another black man kill another black man in y'all growing up? The census was 5 to 8 across 12 people. And his powerful statement, that's why this shit stuck with me. He said, "Now, why are you complaining to me about a leaky faucet when the fucking kitchen is on fire?" Ooh. Not saying that them killing us ain't a problem, is not an issue, it is, but us killing ourselves is a bigger issue that nobody want to talk about.
Facts.
speak on something.
Be
I get
vigilant.
Sorry, I didn't mean to get. I told you I can get serious too. I can get deep too if I need to.
No.
So nice.
I get that narrative with black on black crime, but crime is based on proximity because
You got a word of mouth background. Be vigilant.
He just peeped that.
But
Now I'm
there's
listening
a
to
lot of
crime.
white on
There's a
white.
proximity.
Yeah, no, there's a lot of white on white killing, and there's a lot of black on black, but they advertise black on black killing a lot more. So
Yes, they do.
I get the statement, but I don't know if we can really say because when you go to the census, and you really break it down, we are far less killing ourselves than white people are killing white on white crime. It's just never. It's not. But it's not.
You're right. You're right. But you're right. But we talking about our issues amongst ourselves. Fuck what they're
I get that. Like
our major issues with ourselves is us killing ourselves. I'm talking about for us, not for them.
No.
And why?
No, I know, but I'm saying they publicize it for us more, and then you get the negative spins on all these neighborhoods and on the news cycle.
No, you're right. But that's why he said, "How many of y'all physically seen it?" He didn't say what you see on TV. He purposely did that. He said, "How many of y'all, without TV, without social media, seen a white cop kill a black man?" And then how many of y'all in your own eyes? And it's we seen it ourselves growing up.
Yeah, we have.
Right.
It's a part of our environment that we in. Right. The poverty part of the environment. Yeah. When my man Jay said, you know why they call a project? Because it's a project.
Project.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Period.
Yeah.
The fact that we keep talking about what they did, why we not fixing ourselves?
Hold on, D. Right.
Their validation.
Why we
it's not.
Why we keep speaking on ourselves, right? Like Deion Sanders was saying, like you're on the black part, but what about the white boy that's raised by his mother in a good household? And then white boys, they go do all kinds of drugs and they're great.
Fentanyl.
So two white boys get into it. Funniest shit in the world.
And I want to ask something then this brings up this question, right? In regards to what he say. Because he's black, are we assuming that he's just talking to us? Because there are other baby mamas and non-2 households that are not black. Yeah. So is it that we're just taking that on an assumption that he's speaking to us because he's black?
I'm gonna ask you this question.
I'll let you go.
What if the majority of NFL and football is made up of? What nationality?
White people. White.
Mm-mm.
No, black. Sorry, black.
Mm-hmm.
Black.
There you go.
It's the majority of the black.
And the reason that panel, we talk without talking. Why was that panel laughing? Because they knew exactly who he was talking about.
And you can't defend it because Deion Sanders, you look at the players he recruit, look where he came from, like where he got his start.
Exactly.
So you can't dismiss that comment. Like
he is talking about us.
It's the undertone. No, it's the undertone of it. Because you're right. Like, and there's no guarantee that a 2-parent household is gonna raise a leader.
Right.
Because the Cleveland Browns betted on Johnny Manziel. We seen how that turned out.
But hold on. And that's when wealth plays a part and privilege plays a part.
No, but that's not what he was trying to say, though.
No, I'm saying we're not saying what he was trying to say. Corey said Corey's just using an example of Johnny Manziel because Johnny Manziel had both his parents, and I'm saying to Corey, well, I don't add that to that caveat because Johnny Manziel, they got wealth, they have privilege, so it's different.
Okay, I give you a prime example. John Morant.
Yeah, look what's going on with him. He also is another person with privilege.
Yeah.
Speaking of people with privilege, 2-parent household who don't have privilege, you look at how they come out.
It makes the point. Deion said he wanted 2-parent household to be his quarterback or his leader, right?
Yeah.
You have a 2-parent household with John Morant, so to speak.
But it's a different sport. It's a different sport.
Okay.
No, it's the same. It's the same.
No, but it's overall.
No, it's different sport. It's a different sport.
The concept.
Yo, Miko, you in here twice? You got a twin? What the hell going on?
Yeah, you got it's two of you.
He messed my head up. I thought I was high for a second. Like, yo, I ain't smoked that.
Also, it's the same concept of a two-parent household. There's no guarantees. So for him to say that it's a reckless comment is what I'm getting at. Because
No,
you
it
can
is.
have a
It
single,
is.
yes, you can have a single family household, and you can have someone be a leader. Like you can have a kid go, you know what, I gotta take care of my moms, my brothers, my sisters. You've seen it in the hood, the older brother or the older sister stepping up, being leaders, natural leaders. So that's why I
That's true.
think Dion's, yeah,
Yes.
you.
Yes.
But I'm saying that's why I think his comment was reckless because
Yes, it
No,
there's no
I think we all agree
validity
on
in
that.
Yes,
Yeah,
it was.
Mm-hmm.
I think we all agree on that. It's very reckless. I'm just not surprised. I'm not surprised by any of this no more. Like I said earlier,
no.
when he's pulling up the video, we have no true representation of us.
Hmm.
We have people that they
But
put in front of us and they want us to idolize after. There's
but
no
see,
real representation of us on any
there's a
platform or TV.
not to cut you off, D, but there's another
Nah.
thing with Deion Sanders, right? It's like, see, that's why I say us black people, we have to do better. We gotta, cause we say we want to do better and be for each other, but we really don't be for each other. Because look at the fact that you see he messed with Gilly and Wallow, right? He messed with them hard. Deion Sanders be messing with them
Yeah,
like
yeah, yeah, yeah.
he
He's
rocks
cool
with
with
them,
them.
right?
Yeah.
I don't hear Gilly speak on about his father was in the picture, or Wallow saying his father was in the picture. So how do you really look at them? Forget the football part. It's your comment, what you said. How do you really? Are you
Yeah,
judging
this is how
them?
you pick your quarterback, your leaders. But maybe we're getting more deep into it in the sense of I get what you're saying, Biggs. I think maybe we're getting more deep into that when he's actually focusing on football. Dion is like maybe, but I see what you're saying. It is
So,
reckless in the sense
so
because it.
now go ahead,
I see
Corey.
what you're saying. No. I was gonna say I see what you're saying in that it is reckless in the sense because it's like these are your mans and they're leaders. So how do you look at them if they don't have a two-parent household? Like,
Right,
what's your thought process on anyone who doesn't come from a two-parent household? But
correct.
then I'm gonna play devil's
Right.
advocate because
Feel me?
yeah. So I'm play devil's advocate. Maybe he's looking at it from a standpoint of just football or how he selects quarterbacks, but I still think it's wrong. I just think
So
maybe he's
let's
narrow.
I,
worded
I feel what he
worded
said.
everything a little wrong. Then
I feel what he
Hmm?
said, but all he did was let people know the fucked up shit. The
He let
fucked
him
up
know
real
the fucked up.
how
Yeah,
he think about going about doing shit. And first thing he can say is, well, they been doing it, so
doesn't make it better, but you're right. Like, and
right?
I think
Yeah,
they touched on it too. This is where
yeah.
he learned. This is where he's like, where did Dion go to school? Where is he from? Like, so
feel me? So this is one. He got an answer for this. That's all. Yeah, we can look at.
I mean, answer for shit.
I knew some shit was gonna listen. I
You
knew some
got
shit
that
was gonna
right.
come
Yeah,
out like this on Dion. I'm tell y'all, look,
that's prime time. He
he
don't
left
care.
the HBCU and went to Colorado.
Yeah. Okay. The one thing I will say about the HBCU,
Must
And
be
he
the
tell what he said
money.
about
it
niggas.
must be the money, and it was the money. But he poured so much money into Jackson State for them to not benefit off of that. That's like they didn't do
Right.
right by that either.
And look, let me tell you, and it goes into hand, right, of us
I
not
know where you
treating
going.
each other right. Like that's what it
Exactly.
is. What it boils down to. We don't treat each other right and fair, especially when it comes to dealing with money and
Look at
finances and all that thing. We gotta
Dion
learn to
still at
start treating each other fair when it comes to these things, man. We don't treat each other fair. We don't.
And
Everybody's
Jackson
always
State has
looking for
lightning.
a hookup or whatever. Like, nah, look, this is my price. That's it. Because if it was some other place, you gonna pay it.
That's
Yeah,
fact.
no, you're
I
right.
just went through that too. Ding 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 ding.
And
Yeah,
and you're
that's
right.
facts
It
right
was
there.
it was about the money with Colorado. $5 million a year versus what 250,000. I'm sorry, we're all taking the 5 million. That's just real right
And
there.
I know I'm getting my money up front. Like, boom, here you go.
Yeah,
I don't gotta
here's your
go
money.
through no headaches and jump hoops and oh well, the check didn't clear today.
But
Like,
there's
nah,
the
I ain't
thing
trying
else.
to hear that.
What you do it for?
Well, what did he do it for?
What you
He
do it
he did
for?
it to be he did it for himself. He's a coach. He's trying to get up in rank, Like it was a mutual relationship with Jackson State where it could have worked very well if they would have played it right, and everyone could have ate off of that. But they fucked up too. So,
and that goes back to our point of case.
No. That goes back to the point. Like crabs in the barrel, like pulling each other down instead of going, you know what, we got this on lock. You know what we can do with this right now? Fumble the ball, fumble the bag.
And it goes back to what Dave was saying, man. We have to change ourselves, our
He's
community.
Right. What Paul said, like you can't complain about the kitchen being on fire.
Exactly.
Yeah.
Don't tell me about smoking weed if you snort coke under the table. Nobody will know about it.
I saw that Chris Brown video.
Oh man,
we can go and touch on that. All right, guys. It is time for this week's fan versus. I was supposed to go, but I got asked. I got asked.
He ain't want the smoke no more.
Nah. Don't try to play me like that. But
I was asked. Say you didn't want that smoke, brother.
I was asked to step back and let another challenger step in, and I was like, "I ain't player, do your thing."
That challenger last week's going, "No, Billy, you played the wrong one, Billy."
I got us, kid. I got us.
That last one, he said, "No, Billy, you played the wrong one, Billy."
Yo, he was treating me like Rocky. He was treating me like Rocky, man.